with the Rebbe's Biyurim with a story on each kapitel.
I remember you started that a long time ago.
Right. So I want to get back into it, and I want to finish it. But anyway, so it's the Rebbe's birthday, the Rebbe's 117th birthday. So I want to see if I had any good stories on Kapitel Kuf Yud Ches.
Oh man, next year is gonna be rough.
Yeah, listen. So next year the Rebbe will be here already. David Melech will say Tillim for us.
Yeah, or we'll split it in half. We'll
So
do the first half of the year, and the second half of the year.
So I found this story, very cute story. The Peretz Chaim, he was one of the only Chassidim that saw all the Rabbeim from the Alter Rebbe till the Frierdiker Rebbe. He saw the Alter Rebbe in the last years of the Alter Rebbe, and he saw the Frierdiker Rebbe when the Frierdiker Rebbe was a child. Anyway, his job was that he was a Malamed. And he would learn in such a way that he would teach the kids the Gemara or the Mishnah or whatever it was. And after, he would ask them questions and see how good they know it. And then he would tell them to ask him questions to see if they had anything that they didn't understand right. And that's how he taught. One time he was learning with them the Mishnah, Shnai Mechazim Betalis. So he taught them, the two people, zwei Menschen halt Natala, zei mer animetzasiyo, zei mer animetzasiyo, zei mekula shali, zei mekula shali, zei yishav Hashem leva pachas mechetziyo, zei yishav Hashem leva pachas mechetziyo. And he taught them the whole Mishnah, the whole Gemara. And then he asked them questions, and they asked him, as he's teaching, in walks an old man into the class, and he sits down together with the kids, and he's listening to the whole conversation going back and forth. And then finally, after he finishes, after Peretz finishes asking all the kids the questions, and they finish asking him, he says, "Das ist das? Keiner hat nicht noch a shaila?" So this old man says, "Yeah, he has a shaila. He doesn't understand." In the Gemara it says, in the Mishnah it says, "Shnai mechazim betalis, ze eimer ani mitzasiya." One time we said it. Ze eimer ani mitzasiya. You say it again. You keep on repeating the words again and again. They
could have said it's both. It's both ours.
Saying the words are this duplicate. They're all the same size, and like this, it wouldn't be such a shaila. But when he says Hallel, and he's davening in the Hallel, and he's saying then in small words it says Oitcha. It doesn't say the whole thing. It doesn't say the whole thing again. It says Evan. And so on. How come, he says in the Gemara, you say the whole thing 2 times in big words, and in Hallel you say it once, and then there's this little word. You say it also twice. But why over here does it say it out? Does it write out the whole thing in a very good kasha? So the parents doesn't know what to tell him. What should he tell him? So he tells him, "Tell me. I don't have an answer. Maybe you have an answer." So he says, "Yeah, I have an answer. When 2 people are coming to the Rav, and they're both holding on to something, and every guy is screaming it's his own, you're talking about Gashmias. And every guy, to him, Gashmias means a lot. Every guy is screaming, the whole thing belongs to him. He's so into it. But when you're davening, you're saying, so one time you're thinking what you're saying. The second time is you said, it says in the Siddur to say it again. So you say it again, you're already not thinking. It's ruchnius. It doesn't have so much to do with you. So b'meila, that's why you could say it in small words. So the Peretz thinks for a second and he says, "Are you by any chance Reb Shmuel Munkes?" So he says, "Yes, I am." So he says, "I figured. I never met you, but I hear from the kind of question and answer that you give that this is who you are." Anyway, that's the story.
But what does it have to do with Kuf Yud Ches?
It's in the capital of Kuf Yud Ches. Evan.
Evan Masu Abaynim. It's the finishing hollow.
That's an interactive classroom. See, that's how if Shmuel Munkus can walk into your classroom and ask questions, then you have the right kind of classroom. That's what I think.
It's true.
But it's so interesting how they learned, how they thought. They thought in a different way, Bechlal.
Yeah. That's all the humor, even from Falle, Zayda Falle, or whatever. All the humor that they had is also the same kind of
It's old school.
What?
Old school.
Yeah. Another story they had, but the guy that translated it killed it, so I had to find it in Hebrew.
1 second. Did you guys see the video that Moshe did? The story on video Moshe did?
Yeah, amazing.
Awesome. Shmuel, you saw it?
What did he? No.
He did the story where somebody was by the Frierdiker Rebbe's Suda, and they dipped the matzah in the grape juice. So the Chassidim started making a whole commotion in his end. So the commotion came to the Frierdiker Rebbe. So he asked, who is it? Levit, Shmulevit, and what's going on? And when he told him what's going on, the Frierdiker Rebbe said, It's better that the matzah should be red than a person's face should be red.
Right.
Anyway, I liked it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the second story?
The second story is like this. The Mendel Futterfass had an uncle or a great uncle. His name was Reb Henich Kugel. Reb Chanech Henich Kugel. He was one of the Frierdiker Rebbe's beloved Hasidim that he was always in touch with. Anyway,
wait, this is also for the capital?
Yeah.
Oh.
This Chassid, what made him become a Chassid? Him and his brother, they came to the Tzemach Tzedek. What made them become Chassidim? They lived in a shtetl and they learned over there in the people always. And one time there was a Chassid that came there and he davened. Are you fishing?
No.
And this Chassid came and he was davening Mamish Bariches. And they were looking, they never understood how, this is amazing. And it was a Reish Chodesh, so he was davening. And they saw that, how do I go here? Hold on. They saw that by the Pasuk, where is it?
Kuti, I'll put you on mute so we don't hear the crinkling bag.
All right.
Hold on.
What are you crinkling anyway?
It's wafers. That's all.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Gluten-free.
Okay. So in Tehillim, in this year's capital, it says Sabuni kidvoidim doachu k'eish keitzim. Sabuni kidvoidim. Which means, in English, hold on so I can give you the right words. In English, it means, they encircled me like bees. Kidvoidim, like bees. So they saw this chassid, he stopped on this pasuk and he's saying it again and for different Sachen. They couldn't understand. Mele by Shema Yisrael. But what's this kidvoidim? Sabuni kidvoidim, what does it mean? They're circling like a bee and he's stuck on that. All right. But they saw it. He's a holy person because what's happens? He's davening like this. So after davening, they told him we were so amazed. The way you were davening, but what were you stuck over there? So he says like this. When he learned Chumash with Rashi, it says that by the bee, it says, Leimi dukshach v'leimi uktzach. I don't want your beam, and I don't want your stuff, your needle. So I thought the same thing is also when we're saying it in Hallel. What are we saying? That's the Koel Torah. We're saying Sabuni Kidvoidim. Ich will nicht dein Mitzvah und ich will nicht dein Mitzvah, was ich tue, zu lieb des Schar, was ich will kriegen.
He doesn't like
Meaning,
the circle. He's not doing it because it's going to come back around.
exactly. That's why he couldn't understand what's have to do. He couldn't understand what's it doing in Hallel till he thought and thought and thought, and he chapsach, just like a bee when we say, "Leime dukshach v'leime uktzach." The same thing also when we do a mitzvah, we have to not think, "Oh, what kind of schar will I get for it?" And this took them so strong that they went to the Tzemach Tzedek.
Where did he learn that? Where does it say that with the bee and the stink?
It's a Rashi. Leime dukshach v'leime uktzach. Midufshach, dvash, miloshin dvash. I don't want your
honey, and I don't want
your sting. Nothing. I thought it was interesting.
No, it's a good one. Good one. Kuti, you were saying something before, but you're on mute, so we can't hear you.
It's okay.
Because your tortilla chip bag was very loud.
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, okay.
Mike, welcome back.
Yes. Shmulik, you're up next. After
Shmulik, any good stories this week?
I'm in the middle of one. I can tell you the beginning of it.
Okay. I'll take it.
So, Tati, right before he left, he gives me $1 from Zayda Chaikel because I named the baby Chaikel, I guess. And he says, "Do you want any extra?" I said, "Listen, every time you give me dollars, somehow or another, it ends off in the right guy's hands."
Yeah.
Anyway, so he leaves me a few dollars. I think he left me $4 bills. The next day, or maybe even the same day, I don't even remember, Jacques comes here and he's pashat, crying to me about his daughter, and he's crying to me about his mother.
Jacques is the chiropractor?
Jacques is my chiropractor, Dr.
He's the one that his mother is very sick, right?
His mother's very sick. And
he was by the bris and everything.
Everybody is praying for her to die, including herself. And she just won't go. And she's really suffering and whatever. Anyway. And then he's having issues with his wife because he's not here, and now he's going back, and then it's just putting pressure everywhere. And his daughter is with this Shagets, and that's driving him crazy. And he's just. So I tell him, "Do you have $1 of the Rebbe? By the way, do you have $1 of the Rebbe?" He says, "No."
But this started already when I was there.
No. I gave him $1 of the Rebbe after. It started a long time ago. But you were not here when I gave the $1. You weren't here. Oh, you were here after the bris? No. You left right after the bris.
I left right after the bris.
Mandy, you were here.
No, I left after the bris, but I think you gave it to me before.
He gave me the dollars right before he left, literally a few hours before he left. So this happened.
He left after you, Mandy.
I wasn't there already.
You weren't there. Mm-hmm. Anyway, listen to the story. So I end up giving him $3. One is for his daughter. One he should send for his mother, but that's really his dollar that he called the chesed dollar. That when his mother gets her chesed, then he's going to use it for somebody else's chesed. So
okay.
So that dollar
pay it forward.
Chesed.
Pay it forward dollar.
Right. The other one was for him and his wife, that they should have a good and happy marriage. Okay? And I told him that here's the $3. And he was very moved, and he did whatever. Anyway, he tells me the next day, I'm getting a chiropractic thing. He tells me, "You don't understand what happened. I get a call from this guy."
I'm trying to figure out why I'm smiling.
Pum. Good,
you put yourself on mute.
No, the guy met The guy met the shliach in Greenpoint or wherever in Williamsburg, where his daughter is, met her boyfriend. No, I'm mixing up. Yeah, met her boyfriend. No, I'm mixing up. There was something that happened as soon as he got the dollar. I have to find out.
One second. On Purim, I sent Shalach Manis. Who was that to?
You sent Shalach Manis to his daughter.
So I sent Shalach Manis. Did she get it?
Yes, she got it. But what happened was, I connected him with the local shliach. I texted the local shliach.
What's his name? Levin?
Chabad.org.
Levin?
No, he's up some French. It sounds like a French name or something.
Okay.
Israeli name, or I don't know. It's not a name like Yakovi or something like that. Very like. Anyway, so I found him on Chabad.org. He's like down the block from his daughter. So I sent him a text with Jacques' phone number that he should call Jacques to get matzah to his daughter. And I wrote, hey, my daughter lives in your area. She needs matzah for Pesach. Please call him. Please call me. And he got a call from this shliach. What he believes is the same time that he got the dollar from me. Mm-hmm. And the shliach tells him, he tells the shliach, by the way, my daughter, this is happening, this is the story. So he says, is her boyfriend Arginji? And he says, yes, her boyfriend's a Ginji. He says, the boyfriend, I met him. He met the boyfriend a couple of weeks before, a couple of days before. He met the boyfriend, and he tried to put on tefillin with the guy. And the guy said, listen, it's not me, but I'm dating a Jewish girl. So he happened to put that whole story full circle. So I think there's going to be a miracle here, but we got to wait for it to all come together.
All right. If anything happens, my house is open that she could join us for this table.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, but let's say l'chaim to make sure that it happens. If our brain could accomplish.
Yeah. Isaac, how's your Schwiger?
Schwiger, how are you? She's not responding.
So wish her l'chaim for refuah shlema. Make sure everything's super duper.
Hold on.
Following Kinora in Canada too?
She's on the phone.
No.
They still might be coming. They're not here yet.
Oh, but they
might come for the last days, they said.
Ah.
They're not coming?
So where are they to stay there?
What? Probably by Tati.
Ah.
Yeah, but
awesome. I'll get to spend time with them.
Yeah, l'chaim l'bracha.
Yeah,
the ending of this story should become revealed, open and nice. All the brachas, and within the family also many, many, many brachas.
Yeah.
Specifically, and everybody specifically.
Amen.
By the way, did anybody see the Stump the Rabbi message we got from this guy that's
This is important work you're doing. Important work.
That's good.
Oh, man.
By the way, I was thinking you can post a link. You can post a link to the playlist of Rebbe. You don't have to post every single video. You know that. Stop.
Moish Khanen?
He doesn't have to respond.
Mandy, I asked you your preference, and you said send each one individually.
Okay. So then that's the right one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But Moshe said there's 107 Stump the Rabbis on Rebbe.
So in one link, you can send them.
So it's 117 that have the Rebbe as part of the video. There's less than that, specifically on the Rebbe, but there's a solid, I would say, at least 30 videos just on Rebbe, talking about Mashiach and Sichos and Mamarim and and 770 and Oihel.
Lately, I've been just listening to the podcasts.
Told you,
you do it in the car?
Yeah. I mean, I have
Oh,
a bunch of
Moshe, you
things.
didn't even tell me. How are the podcasts doing?
I don't even know
Look,
what's
I
my
just I don't really
iTunes,
analyze the data. I don't sit and analyze it. Every once in a while I do, but what I do know is that it's constantly going up, and we've gotten who have I heard it from? I don't remember who it was. He said he goes into the car, he just press play, and he lets it just roll.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I do. I listen on everything double speed. I listen to like hours of shiurim and half them at the time. It's amazing.
Oh, I just got a notification. Hey, check this out. I'll send you a screenshot.
Mandy, send Isaac the Noyam class.
Which one? Is it a new one?
The Rebbe's Kapitel.
Oh, he did one on the Rebbe's Kapitel?
Yeah, he did
we
one
did
on
it
the
today
Rebbe's
by lunch and
Kapitel.
learn.
Where did he? Is it posted already?
No, it's WhatsApp.
Oh, it's on WhatsApp. Okay. I listen. I'm.
Oh, Cookie, why don't you repeat something nice that he said?
Yeah, Cookie.
I mean, the real thing that touched me was about why we repeat the parts of Hallel that we repeat. So I found that part interesting, where we used to, the way Hallel was said in the olden days was nobody knew Hallel, so the Chazan would say Hallel and people would repeat after him. After people learned Hallel and people knew what was going on, so that stopped. But this part that we repeat was kept to show us the importance of it.
That it existed once upon a time.
That it existed once upon a time. And
Minig Yisrael. It's the Minig Yisrael.
Yeah?
The Kila Ilam Chastai, why we say it low, why we say it high. I thought that was very, very interesting.
So what was it? Because they used to, people didn't know it, so the Chazan would say and everybody would repeat.
Correct. They didn't have books.
So why do you say it loud and low?
One time the Chazan
he explained
says
it.
it loud.
I don't remember the details.
The Chazan says it loud and everybody answers, so it's slower.
No, but he had a whole thing of why when you do the Kila Ilam Chastais, do you say it low?
He said that when you do it, everything you do twice has to do with the Geula. And these psukim have to do something with the Geula.
Kila Oilam Chazdai. The only time you're going to see that is when Mashiach comes. Right?
So
no, it was actually very interesting.
Yeah, so send it to me. Definitely. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, okay, I'll send it. I'll forward it.
Okay, Moshe, you're up next.
You're on mute.
What does it mean I'm next? What's that next?
Say Epis Havart.
Last night, Moshe got very limited into 5 minutes. It was very upsetting.
Oh, Moshe, you got my message that your video is all over the place?
Yeah, I did. Chanala also told me it's coming back to her from other groups.
Which video?
The one
with the story.
With the
yeah, it's awesome.
Shmulik, you saw it?
No, I'm going to watch it as soon as
I said it before.
I heard it made it on Jewish news links.
Nice.
No, Jewish National News. Let's think for a second.
Dude, Mendy, what did you say today about knocking out the guy's teeth?
Yeah, Moshe, you could say that one.
If you take the gematria of Shinov off of Russia, you end up with tzaddik.
So what does that mean?
The four sons,
Hake
no?
Shinov.
Hakel Shinov.
Yeah, I got it. So you want to actually take out his teeth so that he could be a tzaddik?
Out
It's
of
interesting,
Russia?
by the way, that
He wants to
Shinov
go.
also.
Shmulek wants to go out of Russia.
Shinov out of Russia is tzaddik?
Yeah,
that's how you get the gold. When you take the gold Shinav out of the Russians,
Shmulek.
you get gold.
Shmulek, you're by your office desk, right? So you for sure have a calculator there, yeah?
And then what?
And then we'll show you how
But
it's
he
done.
also has other stuff.
I did already the math in my head.
The math is right, but what's the point? The point is like this. Why does it say Shinov? Why doesn't it say anything else? Because Shinov is the one that doesn't say Hakeis Raglov, Hakeis Beitzov, Hakeis Yodov. It says Hakeis Shinov.
Beitzov, everybody would argue, what should you call it? Beitzov or Kadurim? So to avoid the machlekes, they went with Shinov.
No, but Moshe, Chaim was saying that Shinov
I
has
know.
to do...
I wanted to say that. I want to see what piece you chopped. I want to hear what piece you chopped and if I have anything to add.
So say it, no.
Shinov represents Dibur. Dibur is everything about creation, but we won't even go to that. So Dibur really also represents anything that has to do with the outside, the expression, what you see. What you see as an expression of a person. That's what you see, right? But if you take out everything that you see, that he expresses, and you look beyond it, you see that he's a tzaddik.
So if somebody has buck teeth, he's a tzaddik.
I always knew I was tzaddik worthy.
Even if somebody doesn't have teeth, then he's like through and through tzaddik.
Right.
Actually, the guy that came to the office today to give me back a few dollars that I gave him. So I think he gave his teeth to Kasha. Did you notice that?
Really? I didn't know that that's why he came. That's really nice.
I don't know, but I hear that Russian you could speak fluently with or without teeth.
That's hilarious.
Maybe the only language out of all 70 languages that goes good with or without teeth. I love that.
And with or without vodka.
Can anybody identify another language even similar to Russian?
That's hilarious. Oh my God.
That's great.
But
I made that up myself.
Oh my God.
Nice.
I did not have the... what does it have to do with language? That the teeth are connected with language, so therefore what? What was the therefore?
Therefore, if you hake shinov, if you take out the expression of a person, if you take out the outside, the part that you see, the way he expresses himself, and you go beyond it, deeper, you see that he's a tzaddik. If you take off what you see. Because what's the whole point of Dibur?
That means don't pay attention to what he says.
But you know what I feel like in regards to all these verglach in regards to Haki Yeshinav, we're like so apologetic. We're trying to figure out like how to make it work, like according to what we believe Torah is. But like really, you could have said that. You know, like okay, maybe you couldn't have said that.
No, when it's a saying, punch him in the mouth. You know, like wake him up. Say, yo, brother. It's a saying. It's
a metaphor.
I always chaz it by the Seder of this story. You probably heard it 100 times, but it's on topic. There was once a tzaddik. He wanted to see how his chassidim or his Pashat Yidden are rov. Want to see how they probably say them. Kitzer, he walked by one of the houses. The window was open. A Pashat Yid that kam he knew Ivre, and he's saying that God aloud. So he hears how he says, Echod Chacham. Echod, like he's saying by Krishma. Echod, he's looking up. Ramayla. Echod Chacham. Echod Rasha. Echod Tom. Then the Rebbe says, Gib a cook, a poshet yid. A fila fun Rasha macht echod. A fila fun Tom macht echod.
Yeah.
No, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Isaac,
I never heard that
Isaac,
one.
Isaac, you triggered a thought. I'm just gonna think out loud. Um, obviously, Yisrael is the most important thing. And how do you have obviously Yisrael? We know in Perek Lamed Beis is only by realizing that the nefesh is the main thing and the guf is the tafel, right? Which, by the way, I don't know if you see it, but I see very clearly that's exactly the same part of this verse. The guf, the outside, the part that we see, is what we got to knock out, and that's how we see that really the person has a chilek l'kam al mamash, and we have to love him because of that, and that's how we connect. That's how we have Avos Yisrael. So, I think one of our missions here on earth, and one of the way that Torah is all and all the mitzvahs in the world is set up, is that first we tell you that v'haftaleicha kamecha, and everything else is commentary. Then we give you all the commentary, and while you're doing all the commentary, we want to make sure that you don't forget that Avos Yisrael is the most important thing. So if you look deep enough, you'll see that Avos Yisrael is in everything. And the challenge is to not get lost in the commentary and forget the main thing.
Very nice.
Good gesagt. Yeah. You're saying about like it's the idea that the Avos Yisrael is the main thing. So but I wanna comment on what you said, because in Perek Lamed Beis he actually mentions about yourself. I mean, it's not the
Is this
somebody
your
else.
turn, or is this just your comment?
I don't know, whichever one. Well, we'll see. It depends how good it is. Let's see afterwards.
Me and Isaac are the same.
What's his name? His new logo?
Because we're saying,
This is the Talmud Chacham.
oh, let me see. What do we Talmud Chachaming?
This
We're
is
not
Talmud
Talmud
The logo on what? The logo on what?
Huh?
Instead of logo, go high.
Look what he's looking at.
You just made me look at it.
Ah, nice.
Oh, nice sight.
Don't mess.
What is I saying? In Perek Lamed Beis, it says the only way to love somebody else is to view your own soul as ikr, and you're not right, and your nefesh, right? Your own nefesh is ikr and guf tafel. That means not somebody else. You don't hakev shina. That's what I would say. I would say, according to our Dvar Teres over here, I would say hakev is my own shina, so that I won't bite him. So, right, it says in the Yom to cut your nails before you rebuke someone.
Mahu Aimer, who you are, that's what you say. So, you know what I'm saying? If the Russia within you, the part that needs to get kicked in the balls, gets kicked in the balls.
You know what? This one I can take. I like that one. That's a good one.
So
phone died.
Not somebody else. It's you.
My phone died.
Well,
Right, but all of
Isaac,
them are you. That's the Rebbe Sikha. Mahu Aimer. Russia Mahu Aimer. Why does it say such an interesting way? Mahu Aimer. Because what he is, so you identify
was
with
er
all four of
is,
them
das
within
is
you.
was er sagt. So I showed it to Kuti, I think. Michal Green, you know Daniel's brother, the twins.
Yeah.
So he posted on his Facebook. He says, the Torah speaks of four sons. Common mistakes made at the Seder is that there are four separate sons. There's someone else who is wise, wicked, simple, etc., who you need to respond to. The truth is that you are the four sons. Each one exists in you. You are wise, you are wicked, you are simple, and you don't know how to ask. Each son inside me endeavors to ask what his own unique way. And I'm also to assume that role of parent and respond to each what query, and not query of the child and me who doesn't even know what to ask.
All right,
If
as soon
I
as
think,
you said query, now I have to go.
why? I didn't read it
I'm
right?
just kidding. No. You said it right. I gotta go. I'll try to join again very shortly.
Okay,
right.
I gotta go also.
All right, one paragraph and I'm also going.
Yeah.
If I think it means someone else, if I project wickedness or simplicity or cluelessness of someone else, then it is just me seeing a reflection of my own wickedness, simplicity, and cluelessness. If I can see wisdom in my fellow, then I am reflecting my own inner wisdom. No need to blunt anyone else's teeth but my own.
That's it. And now all the other metaphors
Can
make
you
sense.
send that to me? I'll post it on LinkedIn. I like that.
That's a good one.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
send it to me too. I would like to see that. Yeah.
Sure.
See you now.
All right,
Everybody.
good night, guys.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Shkoyach.
Lots of brachas.
Nederlit